kidnappers kidnap people in this time and age, take them to the bush, stay there with 1 month, feeding them, phoning their family to come and bring money.
How many security personnel were murdered, and where is their location, and what is the aftermath?
Often a time, if the person is sick, they even allow somebody doctor to come and treat the person and go back, but the police don't know where they are.
Notice, when these bandits approach police checkpoints, the police ran away, the military ran away for their dear lives. Does not make evil common sense.
Peter Obi don't suffer. Peter Obi don't suffer for una hand.
Peter Obi, up to this moment, is pursuing the vision of Nigeria.
The creature called MODU Sheriff is still walking around in Nigeria and he remains a man of influence. Tells me everything I need to know about the complicity of the Nigerian state.
Is that your assertion correct? He should deny. He should come out to this station.
For MODU Sheriff and his diatribe yesterday, I was so pained that this country has continued to harbor people who are their problems.
He believes in Biafra. He never condemned Biafra.
To talk to Peter Obi the way he did, is he a good example of Nigerian leader? Somebody who threw his region into insecurity of the highest proportion through Boko Haram.
Want to divide Nigeria.
How will someone who wants to be president of Nigeria thinking of dividing Nigeria?
Now this same MODU Sheriff get confidence and get mind. Sit down for TV, they talk about Peter Obi.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Plan B TV News. This video or this story or this news I'm about to read is funny to me on how Bola Ahmed Tinubu cabinet trying to fault Peter Obi. At the same time, they are trying to give you excuses now why they cannot secure Nigeria. But first, I want you guys to watch this particular video of the chairman of the naval staff when Sheung interviewed him. And I want you guys to listen to what he said when they asked him about the promises of Bola Ahmed Tinubu on how he's going to secure Nigeria. Him is telling you that all presidents across the world do make promise and they fail. I want you guys to listen.
Who said he can fix security? Your party said you will keep Nigeria. The president promised that he's going to keep Nigeria safe. Is it not a failure of a party that you made a promise 3 years down the line? You are failing in that promise. And you are the chair of the Navy Committee in the House.
Let me tell you something, Shehu. That I'm not carried away by that. Government make promises. There is no government from United States of America, the mother of all democracy, that does not make promise to a citizen before it comes to power. But sometimes, even the president of this country was patriotic enough to say, I have challenged government on the floor of the House, where I feel government policy regarding to insecurity is not correct. I have said that, but not with a political tune. But even the president of this country have been patriotic to tell you that when you are outside, what you see from outside is different from when you are inside. You see a different ball game completely. And I don't want to be pushed, of course, to start picturing the security situation from when it started. It does not start from this administration. Administration in the past have promised to fix insecurity, but again, their test, their trial, Nigerian trial is for us to see where we are.
Honorable, the question here is what your party right now in the last 3 years before you got power. Is it that you tricked Nigeria, you deceived Nigeria, that to say, oh, we can't fix this? You told us categorically. Okay. Now, you were the one who promised at your campaign that you can fix Nigeria. So there are those who say in the last 1 year or so, more Nigerians are being killed than in the last 4 years.
That does not refuse to recognize government effort towards solving the problem of insecurity.
But you have not been able to solve it. You have failed in it. More people have been killed. More people have been killed.
Okay, more people accepted. I have not argued there any day, any time that people are not being killed. I am one of the voice of the masses on the floor of the House. But to say that government have not made any effort towards solving the problem of insecurity.
The recognizable effort
I am chairman.
When Nigerians are safe, where our 3-year-olds are not being abducted in their school. The offense is that they went to school. In your state of Plateau, Honorable, you know what is happening. Every day they attack in your state. You and your colleagues are not able to secure your people in your state.
I have the responsibility of the lawmaker is to make laws for peace, order, and good governance. And I can tell you, security-related laws that myself I have done, but not to defend myself, because this is a collective thing. Let me come back to what you said at the beginning of this program. You have said that we should unite against terror. You have said that we should forget about all the isms, whether it is religiosity, whether it is tribal sentiment, whether it is a political isms. We should forget about them and come together to fight terror. Now, as a person that is privileged to superintend over the affairs of this country in the area of parliamentarianism, making laws for the people of this country, I'm privileged to know what effort have this administration have put in place to what, at the risk of speaking as an executive, because I hate talking like an appointee of federal government. But again, if the truth be told, I will say the truth, irrespective of your understanding about the truth that I am saying. I will not refuse to tell you here, Shehu, that the government of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu did not make any effort toward solving the security problem, promising to fix the security problem and putting effort toward fixing the security problem should both be recognized. Whether you are able to fix the problem or you haven't fixed the problem, it does not mean you have reneged in your promise to Nigerians towards solving the problem.
You listen to what he said. You might think it's just him. Now, I want you guys to watch this particular video of Daniel Bola when he tried to robust and defend Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The reason why if they kidnap somebody, Bola Ahmed Tinubu choose to pay ransom than to go into the forest and combat these people. And I want you guys to see what he said though as a collateral damage, that the reason why they don't carry Kala to buy all those terrorists than you going in a diplomatic way. I want you guys to watch.
In every state where a kidnapping takes place, the foundation for the complaint should start with that government.
Local government. And it's over 50 days, if I'm not mistaken, those children are still in captivity. Is it that they are forgotten? Is there anything that can be done? Because they are suffering there.
We know they are alive and they are aware. To bring them, to get them alive is much more important than whatever anybody is saying in the news. If you use lethal force, you may end up jeopardizing the life of the people that are kidnapped. When you have a case of what we call hostage taking, the number one responsibility of government is to rescue them and rescue them alive. But if we hear one person has been killed, then we'll have to use the other measures available.
Somebody was beheaded though.
Yes, so that incident that has happened of the person who was beheaded when they began. Now, I want to give you two scenarios, and I want to ask you to advise me. Should the government now forcefully begin bombing everywhere looking for them because one person was beheaded and there is a possibility that the rest will be killed? Or tell me what you think we should do.
You listen to what he was saying. In the beginning, he said something like, oh, they will not swing into action except somebody is dead. But they have to use diplomatic way. But they have to remind him that somebody is already dead. They pass somebody, they behead somebody, and they post the video. Aside that, there are a lot of people. They said one picking does stick by, maybe not be the buyer, but true to hunger and everything or sickness, that one dog by. Another teacher, they say he dog by. Now this one, you listen to how he's trying to defend Bola Ahmed Tinubu and fought or blame the state governor. Now I want you guys to listen to what Peter Obi said. Peter Obi said the reason why you that is watching this video should vote Bola Ahmed Tinubu out is because how can they tell you that they don't know where these people are? But when they are victims, the people when they kidnap now, they're sick. Go send doctor, go forest. Mean doctor, go treat these people. I just want you guys to watch the video. We'll be right back.
Kidnappers, kidnap people in this time and age. Take them to the bush, stay there with 1 month, feeding them, phoning their family to come and bring money. Often a time, if the person is sick, they even allow somebody, doctor, to come and treat the person and go back. But the police don't know where they are. The only person who don't know where they are is police, but doctors know where they are to go and treat the person if he's sick. So they wait. At this time and age, that if you call phone anywhere, everybody know where you are. They are using phone and negotiating with the families, and the families are telling people, police, that they called this morning, but they don't know where they are. These are the confusions we want to stop. This is what we want to stop. We want to stop people from stealing public money. They will tell you, no, you can't stop corruption. And nonsense. We know who does who took the money. He said, the easiest thing you can fight is corruption. We have all sorts of things. We want to cut down the cost of governance. It is totally unacceptable. You make Peter Obi governor, he becomes the richest person in the state. In any country where politicians or those in government are richer than business people, the place is failed. You celebrated doctor. When we were talking, doctor cannot be earning maybe 10% of what the governor of North Carolina is earning. How can? And he's still practicing. Professors in university are on strike. Nobody's negotiating with them. We're negotiating with bandits. Corruption kills three things a society lives. It kills entrepreneurship. It kills professionalism and hard work. You're negotiating with bandits, but you can't sit down with university professors and you want them to continue to do research and be able to find solutions to what is happening in society. Why don't I become a bandit and negotiate with government? That is the crisis you face. So, my dear people, with you, we can solve this. We're in a church today. With everything Pastor has told us, God will not solve it. It's God of the whole world. So those, even said it in Bible, those who don't have, who don't want, even the little they have, will be taken away from them and give it to those who are serious. Because it's not going to be looking for where there's no light, where there's no this, where there's no, it's enough.
In confirmation of what Peter B just said, I want you guys to watch the Senate. The Senate, they are having a very tough time right now, asking themselves, why is it that Nigerian government are rehabilitating Boko Haram, spending the Nigerian taxpayer money to rehabilitate these people, while their soldiers are dying every day, nobody cares about them. The Nigerian government, how they pump, you see the Nigerian Senate now, the opposition are the ones speaking, but you see the APC government, apart from Ada Soshomole, also added the voice, but I just want you guys to watch the video. We'll be right back.
How many security personnel were murdered? And where is their location? And what is the aftermath? After they have been murdered, what did the government do or not do to the families of these personnel? And I'm happy that this issue was raised by the chairman of the Nigerian Army Committee. How many times has he invited the apparatus?
So then you have one more minute
Mr.
remaining.
President, let me just land, because this is very important. I beg your pardon. How many times did our committees, I'm a member of Police Affairs Committee, did our committees invite people, invite this hierarchy to now ask some of these questions that are pointed out? No wonder, sir, no wonder you hear stories when these bandits approach police checkpoints. The police ran away, the military ran away for their dear lives because there is nothing at stake. If anything happens to them, nobody mentions them, nobody takes care of their family, and all of us have just one life, just one life. So, Mr. President, you need to key in to our role.
Thank you very much.
In our retired military personnel.
The rising spate of insecurity circles back into focus as Senator Abdulaziz Yaradua sounds an alarm over the increasing wave of attacks targeting serving and retired military officers.
The Senate further notes with grave concern the growing pattern of abductions, killings and violent attacks against serving and retired military personnel across the country.
We are walking the streets as walking cops because anything can happen to anybody. There is an urgent need for the leadership of this Senate to meet with Mr. President and re-emphasize the concern of Nigerians. Otherwise, quite frankly, it's becoming, and in an election year, anything can happen to anybody.
Following robust deliberations, the Senate further resolved to ensure arrest and prosecution of those responsible for the violent attacks.
Your additional prayers to stop rehabilitation of Boko Haram.
Yes, it does not make evil common sense to grant pardon and rehabilitate and reintegrate criminals.
Those in favor of the prayer say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it.
In a different narrative, I want you guys to watch the former Borno State Governor, Ali MODU, when he went to Channel Television to blame Peter Obi, to fight Peter Obi, to castigate Peter Obi, that Peter Obi is a Biafra president, that if you allow Peter Obi to become president, oh, he will divide this country. Peter Obi, don't vote for him because he was deporting the North, he supports Biafra. I want you guys to watch what he said.
You heard what Mr. Peter Obi said. He's asking President Tinubu to resign or step aside. Do you think that's just reasonable to do, considering that President Tinubu at the time was also asking Goodluck Jonathan to step aside?
You know, Sean, Peter Obi is the most unqualified person to make such a statement.
Really?
Yes.
As an opposition figure?
Not only that, I want to take you back. This country, Nigeria, today fought a civil war. our leaders in this country sacrificed their life to fight the civil war to keep the country one. Both leaders from the north and the south. The cause of this, no. There are lots of people that are in opposition to Bola Tinubu. A lot of people wanted to be president. I never accused them of such. But he never condemned. Up to today, in eastern Nigeria, those that wanted to divide the country are calling for sit-up. War was demanded by then Nnamdi, by then Ojukwu to secede the country. Peter Obi, up to this moment, he is pursuing division of Nigeria.
How?
How? Because,
is that right? I mean,
because
what evidence do you have to say that?
He believes in Biafra. He never condemned Biafra. He never condemned iPod.
Is Biafra a bad thing?
Biafra is secession. Our country leaders fought to keep the country together. He wants to divide Nigeria.
How will someone who wants to be president of Nigeria thinking of dividing Nigeria? What is that your assertion?
He should deny. He should come out to this station and say he doesn't believe in division of the country. He should deny. I am confronting, telling him this is what he stood for. And Nigeria in 2026, today, we have gone past that long time ago. Because our leaders, today, Nigerian leaders, a lot of them are having bullet wounds in their body. People like Obasanjo, General Yakubu Gowon, T.Y. Danjuma, late General Shua, late General Abacha. All of them have a bullet wound in their body in order for Nigeria to be together. Anybody aspiring to lead Nigeria must be someone who stands for Nigeria, not for any section.
So because Peter Obi is an opposition to Bola Tinubu,
no.
Now, before I give my own opinion regarding to what MODU Sheriff said, but I want you guys to watch what Sir Victor Ome said on Channel Television to defend Peter Obi against what MODU said. Who be right back?
I asked my guest yesterday, who is Senator MODU Sheriff, who is the former governor of Borno State. He went on a diatribe against Mr. Peter Obi, and you will see how incensed he was. And he said Peter Obi is not qualified to be able to tell President Tinubu to resign or step aside because of what is going on in the country. What would you say to that kind of statement?
I would say that Peter Obi, his politics in Nigeria is common knowledge. What Peter is preaching is about change in the way we do things, how to reorientate the country and do things the proper way. Move to empathy towards the welfare of the Nigerian citizens. He is not preaching extremism in his political message. For MODU Sheriff and his diatribe yesterday, I was so pained that this country has continued to harbor people who are their problems, people who have vowed that Nigeria will not move forward, Nigeria will not have any change. And I was questioning his moral authority to talk to Peter Obi the way he did. Is he a good example of Nigerian leader? Somebody who threw his region into insecurity of the highest proportion through Boko Haram. It's because we don't sanction anybody. When you do things, you think Nigerians are forgotten. And that is why he could come to the studio to say such things. He spoke about Obi not condemning Biafra, war that ended 56 years ago. When that war broke out in 1967, Peter Obi was 6 years old because he was born in 1961. When the war ended in 1970, Peter was 9 years old. So how can he be blaming him for anything that happened between 1967 and 1970? Because of that, he has lost right to aspire to be president of Nigeria. I take you back to the 1994 genocide in Rwanda. You know, that genocide in Rwanda happened between 7th April and 19th July. Within a space of about 100 days, about 1 million people were eliminated from one ethnic group, the Tutsis. And today, they have forgotten about that. Rwanda has moved on. Paul Kagame has provided leadership. That in Rwanda today, there's no Tutsi, there's no Hutu. If you ask anybody from Rwanda, where are you from? You say, I'm a Rwandan. That is the way to build nations, not to retain hate, not to retain acrimony over time.
How do you interpret his kind of comment and hard line against Peter Obi?
It is political. Anybody who gets up will say they will not vote for Peter Obi. They are inciting their people against Peter Obi to use that and weaponize a war that ended 56 years ago, that the North should not vote for Peter Obi. Let them remain in the Stone Age. Nobody is in the Stone Age anymore. But Nigeria is moving. And if you don't do reconciliation and healing, you cannot move forward. So Peter Obi is one of the finest souls Nigeria has had. Somebody who is non-violent, somebody who preaches peace, Somebody, even if you slap him, he will smile. And he continues with his message of change. Let this country be turned around. He has a right to say that the president has not met the expectations of the Nigerian people. He is politically allowed to say resign. Because the current president asked Jonathan to resign when he was in office.
So it is well in his right to ask the president to resign.
Anybody has, if you are not satisfied with what you are getting from your leadership, you can ask for leadership change. The only leadership change we want in Nigeria is a democratic leadership change.
Now you listening to what he said, you listening to the components of what Peter Obi is planning for Nigeria and how he's going to make sure that Nigeria becomes a safer country for everybody. But I'm still coming for that MODU Sheriff. But I want you guys to listen to what Peter Obi said with Shud. Shud, when Shud interviewed him, and what he said, that these people, they are not just trying to make sure that he's not on ballot. They are also trying to honor life or buy him so that it will be like, oh, only Bola Ahmed Tinubu will contest in 2027. I want you guys to listen.
The way they are going now, truly.
Yes. So there's a possibility you may not be a candidate based on how.
Not even a candidate. I might not even be alive. I'm telling you. Every single thing I do for a living, this government is frustrating it. Deliberately so. Everything. So there's even possibility if they have opportunity, I will not be alive.
Oh wow, that's a big.
It's an accusation. I know I get frustration every day because you do things that you think they will be normal. It is not normal any longer. They won't come directly and say, "Oh, we're doing this," but you could see their hand in virtually everything.
So the government is attacking you personally.
They're attacking everybody who is in opposition personally.
Right.
I'm being attacked personally. Everything, even to provide me with necessary things that I should have been entitled to. Not at all. I had a case recently at the airport where people who work in the airport came and locked my car. And I said, it's me. The person on the side said, doesn't care. But I said, look at the cars of other people. And you could see them talking to each other. You know, as if, who is this one? We have divided the country, breeding hatred among us. That's why I keep saying, I want to bring back unity where there's division. I want to show love, compassion, care. It's gone out of here. I said, I'm looking at somebody. He locked my car in front of me and saying, you're not supposed to park here. But there's cars here. So what is the exception to my own? Should the Anansi people I know at the airport, they will not greet me. Because they are fearing that if they greet me,
they become targets of the government.
Thank you. And I have people send me invitation and say, my son, my daughter is wedding, but please don't come.
Now you listen to what Peter Obi said. Of a truth, this country is very funny. It's funny to the point that when it comes to insecurity, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who vowed that he's going to recruit 50 million youths, is not the one telling you that their hands are tight. Oh, they inherit a bad country from, let's say, Buhari. The same person will still come back. I inherited this country for myself because me and Buhari, they are one. The same person will also come. Oh, this country is bizarre. Blame opposition, don't blame me. Now, the former Borno state governor. I know most of you must have heard a little things about who is MODU Sheriff. Most of you just know him as the former Borno state governor, who is now a city senator, but it goes beyond that. There are some information speculating that, oh, he's one of those founders of Boko Haram. It goes beyond that. But I want to play 3 videos of highly respected Nigerians, what they said about MODU Sheriff. For him to even come out to speak against Peter Obi tells that Bola Ahmed Tinubu don't have a competent person that is working with him. I want you guys to watch what Dele Farotimi said. We'll be right back.
The creature called MODU Sheriff is still walking around in Nigeria and he remains a man of influence. Tells me everything I need to know about the complicity of the Nigerian state. Now, he said the USA will immediately stop all aids and assistance. I am forced to speak to a private encounter where I had occasion to speak to US government officials. And when I was asked, is there anything we can do for you? I said, no, we don't require anything from you. I want nothing from anybody. Just stick your nose out of our business. Because the American interest in Nigeria is not exactly benevolent. But that is another topic for another day. I was clear. Stick your nose out of our business. And stick your nose out of our business includes keep your heads, keep your assistance. It's not been beneficial to us. If anything, your aids and assistance have only served to keep us further impoverished and reinforce the evil that you have allowed to overtake our country. So let us be clear. I am all for you doing number 2. Please, we beg you, stop all aids and assistance. But as you're stopping all aids and assistance, stop being the net recipient of our stolen commonwealth.
It is not just Dele Farotimi that speak about this particular man who is a particular concerned in Nigeria, who should be in prison by now. I also want you guys to watch this particular video. Femi Falana, who came out to even say for this man to come out to speak against Peter Obi, it tells that this Nigeria government are up to something. Somebody that should be in prison. I want you guys to listen to what he said and Peter Randy's reaction also. We will be right back.
Who started the Boko Haram crisis in Borno State? A governor, one MODU Sheriff, addressed the press and attempted to insult the collective intelligence and memory of Nigerians by denying any links with the dangerous, dreaded Boko Haram sect. I did reply him, and I'm expecting him to sue me, because he said he wanted to sue an Australian. You don't need to go to Australia. What you are looking for in Sokoto is in the pocket of your Sokoto. I'm ready to join issues with him, because not only did he sponsor that organization by providing funds for them, in 2003, he had a deal with the Boko Haram sect to get him to win the election. And that if he won his re-election, he will compensate the organization. When he won that election, he appointed Alhaji Bugu Foyle as the Commissioner for Religious Affairs to implement Sharia in that state. When the man attended the first Executive Council meeting, he discovered that they were all talking about contracts and how to steal money. So he went back to the camp, the Boko Haram camp, and said, where you send me to is Gida Barawi, the house of thieves. I can no longer be part of them. So he was asked to resign. And that was how Foyle resigned from the government of MODU Sheriff. So to say that you don't know them is the greatest lie. I was just reminded this morning by somebody from Borno State that something was missing in my press statement. That in 2013, 2012, October 10, Alhaji MODU Sheriff was arrested in Cameroon on grounds of his Boko Haram connection. But the government here pleaded with the Cameroonian authorities to release him, because he's a big man here. He cannot be arrested. A special envoy of President Goodluck Jonathan, Reverend Stephen Singh Davis, told the whole world that Alhaji Sheriff,
the irresponsibility of the political elite by cashing in on this poverty. We all know what started Boko Haram.
What?
Everybody knows. It was started in Borno by the then Borno governor, Ali Sharif. He's still roaming the streets freely.
Serious?
Yes. When Yusuf was caught alive, who created it? The ECOMOG. Who created the ECOMOG? We have to look at the root cause in order to find a solution. The root cause of that problem, as we know it today, is Ali Sharif. He used them for his own political machinery. He armed them as his political thugs. He even made one of them a commissioner. But they became too powerful.
Peter Obi don't suffer. Peter Obi don't suffer for una hand. Now this same Ali MODU Sheriff get confidence and get mind. Sit down for TV, they talk about Peter Obi. This same SARS, Senator MODU SHERIFF of Borno, MODU SHERIFF of PDP chairmanship, na him get mine, sit down for TV, they talk for this country, Nigeria. My country people, my talk no plenty. Now the way you stand, night cameraman go snap you. Once you show, say, as a people, you have the capacity and ability to tolerate criminality and criminals as leaders and in government, it go continue to dey go up. Every level of criminality where you tolerate, it go scale up. Make one day we no wake up for this country and a non-terrorist become your president. Not be the repentant one, no. Not be the oriburuku where swear this thing, say, no. A known one. Why? Because you have built a system that rewards criminals and criminality, while people of integrity, naim they attack, naim they arrest, naim they investigate. My name is Peter for Nigeria. MODU SHERIFF self they sit down for TV, talk about Peter Obi. 2027, Nigerians, wake up, shine your eye. Operation Rescue Yourself and dismantle this structure of criminality.
And you watch everybody contribution, starting for Dele Farotimi, Peter Randy, and Femi Falala. There are a lot of others. I cannot just put all together here. There are lots. Go and search it on Google or go to ChatGPT and just type who is MODU SHERIFF. Who is him? Before we start, I want you guys to watch this particular video on how this guy made breakdown of these people that are working with Bola Tinubu. We'll be right back.
So I just spent the past couple of minutes thinking about my life as a Nigerian and why we seem to be moving in reverse gear. And I decided to revisit the profiles of some of our leaders in this country. And I thought to share that with you guys as well. Let's start with this man. His name is Femi Gbajabiamila. He is the current chief of staff to the president of Nigeria. In 2003, while practicing as a lawyer in the United States, in the state of Georgia, Gbajabiamila collected $25,000 on behalf of a client. And instead of giving that money to the client, quickly, he withdrew the money, he closed his law practice in the United States, and he left the US. Eventually, there was a complaint, and he was suspended from practicing law in the state of Georgia for a couple of years. In 2020, his license to practice law in the state of Georgia was permanently terminated. Let's move on to this other person. His name is Senator Godswill Akpabio. He is the Senate President of Nigeria. Senator Godswill Akpabio has a pending case with the EFCC. He was accused of allegedly diverting over 100 billion naira. Till today, that case has neither been closed nor concluded. Let's move on to this other person. His name is Bello Matawalle. He's currently the Nigerian Minister of State for Defense. This man was accused of hosting terrorists in the Zamfara State Government House when he was the governor of Zamfara State. He was also accused of providing logistical support to terrorists while he was the governor of Zamfara State. But he currently serves as the Minister of State for Defense. Let's move on to the next person. This man's name is MODU SHERIFF. A particular senior advocate of Nigeria accused Sheriff of sponsoring Boko Haram when he was the governor of Borno State. And this man remains a key stakeholder in the APC. He is someone that is actively speaking in support of President Tinubu. And finally, the Ogepatapata of them all, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. This is the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He has multiple scandals, both local and international. Is it scandals surrounding identity? Is it scandals surrounding education? Is it scandals surrounding in the United States? I don't know where to start. And this man is the president of Nigeria. Meanwhile, I would like to introduce you guys to an amazing man known as Peter Obi. He has no corruption cases in Nigeria. He has no corruption cases abroad. He has no identity scandals. He has no academic scandals. And he needs your vote to save us from the first set of individuals that I introduced you guys to, who are currently governing Nigeria. So please, get your voters' cards and let's save this country. Cheers.
Specifically, the former Borno State governor, who is now a senator, Ali Sheriff, he is the founder or co-founder of Boko Haram that is terrorizing Nigeria. He did not see it in that angle that he created a militia or a terrorist that is terrorizing the full country. From Boko Haram now, they now divide. Everybody is now having branch. Oh, this one is no longer agreeing with this one. They will now create their own. They call it a swap. This one is no longer agree with this one. They now create their own. They call it Isban. This one is not agree with this one. They now create their own. They call it ISIS. Oh, this one is not agreeing with this one. This one now creates their own. They call it Fulani Hesme. Now they don't have different components, but the genesis of it all is Boko Haram, which this man, in a safe society where the system really works, this man should be hanged by now. They will hang on, and they will allow maggot eat the flesh. But unfortunately, the higher crime you commit, the more chances you have to work with Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Now it's coming on national TV to blame Peter Obi. Oh, he creates Biafra. What has Biafra done in Nigeria that this Fulani Hesme or any other Akada, Jahidis, all of them have not done? Now, he said, oh, Peter Obi deported people from the north. Now, go and watch Sanwo-Olu. Sanwo-Olu have deported more northerners that are beggars in the state constituting nuisance in Lagos than any other state governor. No. I still saying that APC governor they do, and we not fit talk about that. Person we do at that time, because the northerners are committing nuisance in the state, he deport them. He did not even deport all of them. He was deporting those that are scavengers, going to people's property, destroy it and collect the irons, and those that are committing crimes. Those are the ones he said, go back. Not those that are doing genuinely business like cattle, rearer, or those that were selling tomatoes, onions, or those that were doing bureau de change. But the people that were living in occupied building constitutionalism, Senate are not disputing and arguing. How come in this country that Boko Haram, that this man created, and Bola Ahmed Tinubu knew, and they are now being rehabilitated, while the common Nigerians are facing severe punishment for being a day-to-day citizen? And these are the kind of things that Bola Ahmed Tinubu wants. Bola Ahmed Tinubu can assign a different body to train, to feed, to be paying Boko Haram than any other person in Nigeria. Go and look at what they are doing to Nnamdi Kanu. Simply because this one said, I will defend my place. The same thing they arrested Nnamdi Kanu for is what Sunday Igboho did before, is what he's doing now. Defending his own people, defending his own community, defending and curbing his own bush against terrorists. But when an Igbo man do it, it becomes a severe crime in Nigeria. This is one reason that we keep on saying to you all, get your PVC and vote these people out of power. We are not voting Peter Obi because we say he's going to do any other thing. We need somebody that will unify this country as one, not somebody that will be using religion, ethnicity to divide the country. Don't vote for this person because he's not a Muslim. Oh, look at the way he goes to church. Don't vote for this person because he's a Biafra. He's an Igbo man from the east. Peace out.